Gonna make another video for you, Holmes. Here we go. This black cord is our AC in from outside where we're plugged in, and it comes down and goes into our inverter down here. And then it comes out of the inverter in two places. One of them is here, and that goes out and actually gets plugged into our AC panel, which is this black cord on the left. And then secondly, it comes out of these two, positive and negative, and these two go into our battery bank. So the AC comes in to the inverter here, and then the inverter distributes it and sends it up to the AC panel here, and then sends this down to our battery bank to feed the battery bank. And then when it goes to invert, it'll pull from the battery bank into here, up through this, and force it into this feed going up to the AC panel, and also to this feed right here, which comes into the DC panel. So it basically can work both ways. It can push and it can pull. Hopefully that makes it a little simpler for you. And then this green cord here is what controls everything. This actually goes around behind and gets plugged into the back of this, which is the brain. So that's how this thing knows what's going on. Or when you're telling it to do something, if you want to force a charge state, or if you go to plug into a 30 amp plug-in, basically you need to program it so that it knows there's 30 amps coming in, not 15 amp. So you do that and it sends a signal through this and this thing actually, and that's where this thing does the work. So hopefully that makes sense. That's just a really quick, easy breakdown of it. All of this stuff over here, this is all for our tanks, so that's all run off of DC. There's a breaker in here sending power up to here, and this goes into the back of this guy, and that's how we know what level our tanks are at. Yeah, this is basically just a light switch, so that this is going to end up being a cupboard here. All this is going to be like enclosed, so that when we at least open the door and we want to check shit out, there's a light we can just flip on. So yeah, that's basically the simplest way to explain it. And then I think this thing actually works if you're on number 1, you're on DC only. If you're down here, which is 1 and 2, you're on DC, battery banks, and AC. If you go to number 2, I'm pretty sure you're just AC, I believe. I think you're just doing AC with your battery banks, and then you have off. So you have the option to do battery bank AC, battery bank DC, both, and off, which is just a manual switch. You can just switch it however you want to. Yeah, pretty cool stuff. Anyways, like I said, this whole setup right here is roughly $5,000, including the brain, the inverter, the sensors. The cables are insanely expensive. All these cables down here are so thick and they're really expensive. The blue cable down here is the sensor, battery temperature sensor, and that controls the temperature of the batteries, and actually comes up and gets plugged into the inverter here. So if it gets too hot, it'll shut the system down before you end up damaging something. This green here is the ground. So this is not grounded yet, but we need to basically take it down and ground it to the frame of the Airstream. Yeah, that's basically the gist of it, I think. It's kind of crazy. Yeah. Anything else? I'm trying to think here if there's anything else to say. I don't think there is. It's all kind of pretty straightforward. Yeah, man. That's it. If you have any other questions, let me know. I'll try and post this on YouTube for you, and you can figure out if it works or not. We'll see. Okay, bro. Peace, man. Talk to you later.